Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'm your host, Son X, and with me today, as always, is our NHL analyst and expert, the grumpy old man. They say there's no shame in his game because he is always the same.
That's me. X, nice job, X.
I tried.
Only took about 2 months to get that down.
Hey, better late than never, though, right?
Very true.
Very true. So, before we start the show, I have to go through some housekeeping, as always. First thing, if you guys like the content, and even if you don't, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get this podcast out to the masses and juice that algorithm up for us, please. Secondly, if you like the content that we have here, we do have another show that is done on Sundays, which is called the TJ and the Grumpy Old Man podcast. Also like, subscribe, turn on notifications to that one as well.
What time are these shows, X?
So the one on Sunday, we shoot for 8 o'clock. And then the Islanders Never Say Die podcast, we're shooting for every Wednesday, trying to, at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
We were around 9 o'clock. I was not the one that was late today, though.
Set the notification bell.
Yep.
This way, bing, you know that it's coming up.
That's right. So, Grumpy, anything important happened today?
No, nothing today.
Nothing important happened today.
Not today.
Okay, sorry. Did anything important happen since our last show? My fault.
Yes, yes. Since we've been gone, this is 2 weeks. Nothing has really been going on in Islander country, but Matthew Schaefer signed his ELC yesterday, I believe it was. So he is officially a member of the Islanders. Not that I'm disappointed. X, to you, I hazard to even ask if you have any opinion on this at all, being a hockey novice that you are.
I mean, as I stated on previous shows, I think that he needs to play in college or in juniors or something. Does not need to come to the pros.
Okay. What signing the ELC does, it takes college off the table.
So then it's not good.
So he can still, so the options for Matthew Schaefer for this year are that he can go back to juniors to start the season. I don't see that happening. He can play with the Islanders for up to 9 games and then go back to juniors, which I guess at this point would be best case scenario, or he could stick with the Islanders full term for the full season. I don't want to see him play for the Islanders full season. I mean, we're going to break down today what the defensive pairings are most likely going to look like to start the season. I just think that he didn't play enough last year where he could have benefited by playing in college against older players, play for a year. Second best scenario was send him back to juniors, let him light it up in the juniors, go the World Junior Championships, Olympic tournament, all these things, and just let him light it up down there. I'm worried that the Islanders are just going to say, hey, he's the number 1 draft pick. We're going to rush him up regardless of what it looks like. The best way to kill someone's development is doing that. Defensemen usually do not start with their teams in their rookie season, in their first year out of the draft. Most usually do not, and they all tend to struggle. I don't want to see that happen with Matthew Schaefer, particularly because he played, with tournaments and regular season. He only played 22 games last year, and he's been out since December. The kid wants to play. He's obviously got talent. Why rush him? Why rush him on this team? I guess that's my biggest concern.
You risk the possibility of ruining a number 1 overall pick, in my opinion. That's why I was saying earlier, I was like, I would want him to either go to college or to play in juniors.
Right.
That's the best suit for him. That's what's best for the team. Your team's not going to win anything this year. I mean, unless maybe crazy stuff happens. I don't know, but
like the rest, like the whole rest of the league, there's a sinkhole in the middle of Canada, which wipes out all the Canadian teams, and along the eastern seaboard.
Very true. But yeah, I mean, the odds of your team winning anything this year,
Nothing.
not
The
high.
Islanders aren't winning anything.
Why rush a kid like that up?
Okay.
You know, it's just foolish.
At this point, it's either here nor there. I think the team wants him to play. He wants to play in the NHL. I just think he's going to be given sheltered minutes to start. What's the benefit of that? I don't know. I think what your defense pairings are going to be are the first unit is going to be Adam Pelech and Ryan Pulak. That's going to be your first pairing. Your second pairing is going to be the abomination duo of Alexander Romanov and Anthony D'Angelo, as X likes to call him, Tony D'Angelo. And your third pairing is going to be Scott Mayfield and Matthew Schaefer. What does it say going forward, X? I mean, what does it say about Adam Boquist? He's probably going to be your number 7. What does it say about Isaiah George? I guess.
Yeah, I was just pulling up their defensive roster that they currently have.
Well, right. Those are the veterans. You can swap out Boquist for Mayfield. That's what's. I mean, I'm sorry, Boquist for Schaefer.
Yeah,
I just, and maybe everything will take care of itself. We'll go to camp, and Isaiah George lights it on fire, and they say, okay, we can live with Isaiah George this year. He's only like 20, 21 years old. You can scroll down to see where he's.
I was going to say, so you don't see, he's 21. You don't see any way that Schaefer stays up with the big team full time.
Oh, I think he could. Okay. They could force him up there.
But you think it's the wrong move?
I think it's the wrong move.
Yeah.
I think it's the wrong move. I don't think he has anything, and that's why but you never heard about him wanting to go to college. Maybe he just figures, I'm not cut out for college. I'm just going into the hockey thing, and that's that. Okay. Yep. But for me, I would have much rather have him for his development. Play a year at college.
He's still a child. He's still small. He needs to put on weight.
He's 17.
Yeah.
6'2", 183. I mean, by the time camp comes, he's got to be 195 minimum.
I would say probably, like you said, I would hope he's at least 190. At least want to put on 10 pounds.
Okay. Now he did not lift at the combine. Well, if you're not lifting, guess what? You're not putting any weight on. Now, I'm sure he's probably lifting now. Is he going to be able to put 10 pounds on or 12 pounds without some type of artificial enhancement? Probably not. He's still.
I think he could put on 10 pounds.
You think he could put on 10, 12 pounds in 3 months?
I'm not saying 12 pounds. I think he'd easily put on 10 pounds in 3 months.
He's still a boy.
If he's never weight lifted before or doesn't weight lift, he can absolutely put on 10 pounds in 3 months.
He didn't weight lift because he had the broken clavicle.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay, if he hasn't weight lifted, I think he could put on 10 pounds in 3 months. Yes. He might not be a lean 10 pounds.
Okay. Then what's the benefit of that? I don't want a fat kid playing.
I'm not saying fat. I'm talking about he might not be the most defined person, but he will be more physically big.
Okay. I'm going to say for a young man that age playing hockey, where you have to put weight on and hope to in the offseason and hope to keep it on during the regular season. Because when you're playing hockey, you're burning calories.
No, I'm aware of that. I mean, they skate nonstop. I'm aware of that he's going to be losing. He'll be losing weight. I'm saying, do I think he could put on 10 pounds realistically in 3 months? Yes, I think that is absolutely capable and possible of happening. I think it can definitely happen.
Okay.
Would it be the weight that you're looking for? Probably not. It wouldn't solely be the weight that you're looking for. It would be kind of a combination, a mixture of both.
Then it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
You're asking if he could do it. I think he could do it. I think it's definitely possible for him to do it.
I don't see it's possible. I just don't. So, like I said, because the whole thing is about putting on good weight. It's not about putting on, hey, I'm going to eat a whole bunch of ring dings.
I'm not saying put on fatty weight.
We're not going by the Sun X eating plan to put on 10 pounds.
No, I'm saying throw a little whey protein in there. Bulk up a little bit. You can absolutely do that.
Again, he's 17.
Or
he's still, I don't even think he shaves yet. Okay? He's not a man yet. He's still a boy. He's not like Kayshawn Atkinson.
Atchison. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a man already.
Yeah,
there's
you can
a difference.
Yeah. Well, isn't he? I think he's also 19, right?
Yeah, but that's
2 years. Yeah, 2 years a big difference in development. Big difference.
Right, in physical development, and just looking at him, I'm like, this kid doesn't even shave yet. That's the first. I'm like, he doesn't even shave. Guess what that means? I'm not saying he hasn't in puberty, but he's not ready to put on his man weight yet. I think one more year of just, okay, we're focusing on a career. Let's put you in college. Let's get you on a structured weight, weight program to gain weight and be ready for next year. And then just boom, Katie bar the door. We're letting them out. What John Madden used to say? Just, open the gate, let him run down the street, whatever. I don't know. But that's what we want from that kid. He has to learn a lot.
Is there a possibility that he plays for Bridgeport?
No, because of the way that the
Contract
CHL is structured. If you don't play for your big team, you don't go to college, you have to go back to juniors.
Okay.
And it's that you've already seen that is hurting the CHL. Porter Martone signed, he determined he was going to college. So he didn't sign his ELC. But he says, I'm not going back to the CHL. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Why is it structured that way?
It's short-sighted. I think it's always been kind of dumb. What does it matter if the kid signs his contract and then he should be able to go wherever he wants? I don't know why they don't let him play in the AHL. No idea.
That's just confusing. Because I think that would honestly been the best thing for him is to play in the AHL. He's playing against older people, right? And he's still getting that experience, that NHL-esque experience. Playing with the professional team.
He will absolutely pick things up in the NHL for certain.
Yeah. Well, he either will or he won't, right? We'll find out real quick.
And playing with Scott Mayfield that's a best case scenario for him, except for maybe playing with Pulak.
Yeah.
That's best case scenario. He's a left shot defenseman. Mayfield's a right shot defenseman. Pulak would be. I understand why they're doing it. Okay. It just shows you how asinine the Mayfield contract is at $3.5 million for another 5 years. It's just, you don't have a trade partner there. What does it do for other guys in our organization? Okay. It tells me Isaiah George has no shot of playing for the big team this year. Well, at least to open the season, right?
Yeah.
Unless he just blows it away at training camp. And then do you send – Schaefer, I truly believe Schaefer is going to get the first 9 games.
Do you think there's any way I was going to say Tony DeAngelo maybe slides down if they decide to keep Schaefer up with the big team and then bring up Isaiah George?
Slides down to where?
I guess press box or
no,
defensive and minors. No?
They're gonna put the worst defense combination in the history of man, on the history of ice out there as our second pairing, and the useless Romanoff, and the even more incredibly useless DeAngelo. You watch. I'm gonna absolutely laugh at that defense pairing. They played a couple of games together last year. I think they were minus 50. I don't know what they were. They were bad. They were bad together.
It's neither one. Here we can pull up their stats. I was looking at their stats before the show here. Give me 1 second.
Romanoff pretends to be a defensive defenseman. We all know he just likes to throw the body, sell out, block shots, try to staple guys to the board. Doesn't matter where they are. And Tony DeAngelo is just like, no, I'm not playing any defense.
You won't be able to see this, but I can. For some reason on this one page, whenever you zoom
You
in,
could just make it a little bigger. There you go, X.
if you can see that, can you see that? Okay.
It could make it a little bit bigger. You could even make it a little bit bigger, I think.
Watch what happens when I make it bigger. Cuts off the names.
That's okay. Just slide it over a little bit.
I can't because the advertisements are blocking it.
Oh, it's gone now. Advertisements.
They'll come back up. Give it a second. See, they come back up.
There's Anthony D'Angelo. We see him.
Yeah, poking out over there.
35 games, 19 points, minus 11. Okay.
Yeah. Yikes.
And then also,
plus minus 11. And then the other interesting thing that I noticed is plays literally no defense. No defense. 17 hits and 42 block shots. 17 hits as a defenseman.
Well, he's an offensive defenseman. He doesn't play any defense. He doesn't. Here's the thing. Here's what you need to know about Tony D'Angelo. He was with the Rangers. He got into some type of kerfluffle. He was a fan favorite for the Rangers for a while. Then whatever happened. We're not going to discuss what happened because honestly, I don't know. You hear rumors, but nothing has ever actually come out and said, this is exactly what happened. There's like some people say this happened. Well, this happened. I don't deal in rumors. Well, I do, but not with Tony D'Angelo. He winds up going to Carolina eventually, and Carolina makes everybody look good. Every defenseman in Carolina looks good. He did not look good in Carolina. Played for the Flyers. I love with the Flyers. He sucks. He plays for the Flyers. Man, that's a perfect marriage for me. Then he goes to the Russian league because no one wanted him. The Islanders signed him last year. I didn't mind. We had a bunch of injuries. I didn't even mind bringing him back this year, to be honest with you. Once you knew you were trading Noah Dobson, you needed another right shot defenseman. So we knew he was coming back. It was an affordable deal. I have no problem with it.
He's just not good.
He'll play on the power play. He absolutely will. He'll probably be on power play 1, and he'll put up points there. But he's going to be in many points as they get on the power play. He's going to give up on 5-on-5 play with the black hole of defense, Alexander Romanov. And mark my words, X. I've been ripping Alexander Romanov ever since he got traded to the Islanders. A lot of fans like him. He sucks and blows and swallows. He's got SBS syndrome.
I don't think it's that he's not a good defenseman.
He's not a good defenseman.
He hits people. He's just not that. He's not positionally good.
Okay. So what does that tell you?
Body on people, but positionally he's not good.
What does it tell you? If you don't know how to play positionally well, are you a good defenseman?
When you're not scoring goals, then I'll say no.
He doesn't score goals.
But I was going to say, if he was somebody who was putting up like 40, 50 points a year, right? Then you'd argue, yeah, he's a good defense because he's putting the puck in the back of the net, or he's getting assists. I would sacrifice defensive positioning for somebody who's putting up a ton of goals or putting up a ton of points.
He's hideous defensively. Again,
he's good. He's good at laying the body on people, but he's not good positionally. Is what you're saying.
There was a couple of, like I said, I watched the games. You got D'Angelo and Romanoff out there, and you got Romanoff is on one side of the boards trying to kill somebody. D'Angelo is on the other set of boards, and everybody's just coming down like Grand Central Parkway, Grand Central Station, right down the middle, because neither one of them are defensively sound.
What do you think their plus minus will be next year? I want a prediction from you.
Probably minus 20, minus 25. They're just
5.
Yeah. I mean, until Patrick Waugh winds up breaking them up.
He's going to have to. Yeah.
I mean, you can't and you don't want to put pressure on Schaefer to have to say, oh, okay, I got to play with Tony D'Angelo, let's say, and I got to cover for him. Or if he had to play with Romanov, I got to cover for him because he's so bad defensively. That was the problem Noah Dobson had. He had to, even though he's an offensive defenseman, his partners were so useless that he had to cover for them. And people are always blaming Noah. Oh, Noah Dobson's terrible defensively. Yep. When you're out there with just by yourself, you're going to look bad. you're going to see this year. Just watch.
Yeah, I think
You'll
he was
see.
he was minus 16 on point differential last year.
It was his worst year last year.
Yeah. I mean, he still put up the most points out of any of the defensemen.
And he missed a number of games, missed 11 games.
He had 71 games played last year.
Yeah. I mean, so he missed games.
Goals. Yeah, his plus minus was not great, though. Minus 16. And you said Romanov was the issue, though?
Yeah. Romanov was the issue.
Well, Romanov's plus minus was 5.
Yeah. 5, I know. So. I realize that. You'll see. You'll watch. You'll see this year.
I'm just saying.
Don't worry. Just
don't mirror that.
That's something I want you to look out for this year. I want you to look at Romanov and D'Angelo. And that's something I want you to focus on this year. And you tell me if they look great together. And I honestly, I hope I'm wrong. But in the cup of tea that they had together last year as partners, it was disgraceful. It was really bad.
Yeah, I was just saying, just looking at the plus minus. I mean, I don't know if just the offense was producing more when Romanov was out there on the ice, but I mean, the plus minus was a good bit better. That's all.
What were the minutes? But Dobson was getting double shifted.
I mean, Dobson was 23 minutes a game, and Romanov was 22. So you talk about a minute difference, less than a minute difference in ice time, and then games played. I mean, Dobson had more games played than Romanov did, but I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, looking at the statistics of what's listed here, it's not like they didn't play around the same amount of games and have the same amount of ice time. And I mean, you said that, well, what you were saying was majority of the issues came from Romanov being out there on the ice and his inept defensive ability, right? And awareness.
It's not that he's inept defensively. He has no hockey sense. That's his biggest mistake. He thinks, and watch why I mentioned, I watch Aitchison out there. I see his highlights.
You see the same kind of player in Aitchison. I remember you saying that.
Right. Where he loves to hit guys. That's great. You know what? Those make the highlights. Yeah. But you have to be more defensively responsible in your end. And he's not. I don't know if Aitchison is or not. We're going to find out. But they're going to have to coach that Romanov out of him a little bit.
I'm just saying, based on what's listed here, stats wise, at least the plus minus, it seems like Romanov was not scoring or getting points, but his plus minus was substantially better. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to leave it up to our NHL and analyst and expert, Grumpy Old Man, though. So.
Yeah, you just like I said, X. You'll see.
I will be looking out for it this season, though. I will absolutely be looking out for that and seeing.
I will say that is. Really nice. X, I don't know if you're aware of this. I have whipping boys.
That's one of your whipping boys. Yeah, I know.
Romanov absolutely is a whipping boy, just like Josh Bailey before him. Casper Holmstrom was a whipping boy who's absolutely pulled out of that. He's shown development and growth under Patrick Watt, not from the junior coach, not for the Bridgeport coaches, but Patrick Watt. Pierre Engvall was another whipping boy. He showed a little bit life once he got healthy scratched by Patrick Waugh. I'm rooting for these guys. I want them to do well. But if I see certain things that are not conducive to being successful NHL players, I call them out on it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that you wouldn't have better, a better insight on the team than I do, right? Because you watched all the games, right? I haven't. I'm just saying, looking solely at the numbers that are listed, from somebody who hasn't watched and somebody who hasn't seen tendencies in a game, I would say looking at this, Romanov is better than Dobson. Maybe not scoring points, but absolutely with plus minus. He gives up less goals.
Okay.
I'm just saying, looking at the stats, right?
Plus minus is not the be all end all.
It helps. I understand where you're coming from because obviously, you give up an empty net goal, right? That affects it. There's a lot of yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things that can sway the plus minus. I do understand that.
Right. No, and Dobson was not great last year. He was not. But I always felt he got undue criticism for the fan base. Just like most of the fan base, not most, a lot of the fan base hates Matt Barzal and hates Ilya Sorokin.
I was gonna mention Sorokin. I know I have heard multiple people say that they do not like Sorokin.
The internet trolls hate those guys. They hate our best players. I don't know why. They'd rather play a team of fourth liners.
I think the reason why they hate, and this is just my opinion on this, right? I think the reason they hate those players is because the team in totality is not very good, right? And they need somebody to blame. So they're going to blame the best players on the team for them not producing. That's how I look at it. They have to find somebody to blame, and they're going to take it out on the guys that should be the best players on the team.
Sorokin, I mean, our defense was so bad last year. Oh, Sorokin, look at how many goals he's given up. Look what his save percentage is.
Look at probably the shots that he was facing per night. He's probably facing like 40, 50 shots a night.
Well, it's not even the number of shots. It's the shots where they're coming from.
Oh, yeah. Also, they can be in front of the net.
Right. High danger chances. Mm-hmm. Where, I mean, if he's not spectacular, we lose.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, it's an Islander fan issue, a lot of them. But what does it say about about the young players? All right. What does it say about some of the older players? Does that mean that Adam Pelech is on the trade block? I don't have a problem if they trade Adam Pelech. I mean, if you're in full rebuild, they say they're not, but if you're playing and if Matt Schaefer makes the team, let's say Isaiah George looks really good in training camp.
That'd be great.
You have too many defensemen then. Too many.
But I'm saying that would be great that you have younger defensemen who are coming up that are going to be good. That's a good problem to have.
It is. But what is it? That means we have too many. If you could put the Puckopedia group up there, what does it mean going forward? Yes, you never know who's going to pan out. I'm just going on the assumption that Matt Schaefer is going to pan out. You signed Romanov to an 8-year contract extension. Guess what? That means he's not going anywhere for the foreseeable future on the left side. Adam Pelech, what does he have? 4 years left on his deal or 3? I'm not quite sure.
5 of 8. So he's got 3 years.
Okay, so he's got 3 years left on his deal. That contract is probably movable. Yep. If Isaiah George shows, okay, now Isaiah George, 20 years old, right? 21 this year.
21.
He was right.
Would you consider this a prove it year for him?
No, because it takes defensemen a longer period of time to turn into what they're going to be.
Okay, I was just on year 2 of 3 of his contract. So
right, it's just his entry level deal. He's not going anywhere. I'm just talking about age wise. When he played for the Islanders last year, he looked tiny. He's supposedly putting on weight now. That's what I mean. That's why it's like, why rush Schaefer? Let him put on some weight.
Yep.
I saw what Isaiah George looked good for probably the first 4 or 5 games that he played last year for the Islanders. And then you could tell the physicality of the game, the intensity of the game was just too much for him, and he just fell off.
Yeah.
My suggestion for him, send him back down to Bridgeport, play him on penalty kill, play him on power play, give him as many minutes as he can physically handle. Supposedly he's put on some weight this offseason. I hope so. Let's say he develops into something. Great. I think that's fantastic.
You have a 21-year-old defenseman who could potentially be a stud on your team.
He's a modern NHL defenseman. He's never going to be great defensively, but he can move the puck. He's a puck mover. Schaefer's a puck mover. Those are the only, and Tony DeAngelo is a puck mover.
Yeah.
Those would be the puck movers on your team. Noah Dobson was a puck mover. Adam Pelech, Ryan Pulak, no, they're not.
Do you think you could ever see Isaiah George as being like a first line player, or do you see him more as like a second, third line guy?
He will never be a first pairing guy. That's Matthew Schaefer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But here's the thing: if he pans out, and I'm not even going to say, okay, let's say he pans out and is as good as he can be.
Yeah.
And let's say he's your number 2 pairing guy. How bad of a contract signing of Alexander Romanov, giving him 8 years at, I think, $8 million per, whatever the heck it was. I don't even know what is. Can you pop up what he's getting paid?
Yeah. Sorry. It's 3.5 mil over 7 years.
No, he's more than that.
Or sorry, that's Scott Mayfield. You said you wanted Romanov, right?
Romanov.
Sorry, I thought you said Mayfield. Sorry, 6.25 mil over 8 years.
Okay. You want to pay $6.25 million over 8 years to a bottom pairing defenseman. That's what if your guy's panned out, that's because that is his ceiling. If he's absolutely not going to be the number one guy.
No.
Schaefer is going to be the number one on the left-hand side.
Yep.
And let's say Isaiah George steps up, or Kayshawn Aitchison. What does that do for Romanoff, right? I mean, Pellet could be on the block. I'm not saying to start the year, but if you've seen these young guys develop, why not move a Pellet in a deep draft to a good team?
Here's how we have to look at it, though, Grumpy. You have to look towards the future. Cannot be looking in the past.
Well, I understand that. That's why
I would say, you know what? If all works out right and everybody, plays up to their potential, I wouldn't even care about the Romanoff deal. I wouldn't even care about it. You don't have to worry about him. Everybody else is playing phenomenal. Don't even have to worry about him. Who cares?
But it hurts you with the salary cap when you make dumb decisions like that. Romanoff was stunned he got that much money and that much term.
I know he was. I remember his tweet or whatever, his quote that he put out.
That's a mistake by ownership. I think participation trophy Darsh. I thought the guys that he signed from outside the organization, I thought he did a pretty good job with those guys. The guys within the organization, Palmieri, Romanoff, no.
Do you think he was forced to make those signings and those deals?
Maybe the Palmieri deal, but not the Romanoff deal.
You don't think he was forced on the Romanoff deal?
No. I think if you're a general manager, you can't take Dobson and Romanoff off your team in one off season on a team that was bad defensively last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think he was almost forced into signing him into that deal? Because you couldn't let him go.
They should. Okay, but that doesn't mean you have to overpay him. And it doesn't mean he was a restricted free agent. He wasn't going anywhere this year. Absolutely not going anywhere. He's an RFA. So I don't care. Give him a 4-year deal. Give him a 4-year deal and give him $6.5 million. That's fine. Then you could see who's going to pan out. If they don't pan out, you can always sign them to an extension. Because
if they do. So
to me, he's just average. That 8-year contract makes him immovable for the foreseeable future. You're stuck with him. It's like Mayfield. And as I've told people, I'm a big Mayfield fan. You did not have to give him a 7-year contract extension for a bottom pairing defenseman. And that's what he is. We called it 2 years ago when he signed the deal, and that's where he is now. Right now, with 5 years left, his contract is immovable. No one is going to give you anything of value to take on 5 years of Scott Mayfield when he's in his 30s. He's old. What is he, 31 now?
Yeah, he's 32.
Okay. It makes him almost impossible to move right now and get anything back of value. They should have moved him at the deadline of his walk year, just like they should have done it with Varlamov, just like they should have done with Palmieri last year. The team was not good enough. I've said it 100 times. Not good enough. You parlay those older chips into future assets.
I don't think you can blame Darsh for last year's decisions, though, because he wasn't here.
I blame him for D'Angelo. I blame him for Romanoff.
That's fine. You can blame him for Romanoff, but you can't blame him for Mayfield. He wasn't here.
I'm not blaming him for Mayfield. I'm just saying it's an organization.
They got rid of the guy who was in charge of all that. So,
yeah, and I don't have a problem with him bringing in David Rittich. I don't think Varlamov's going to be playing anymore.
Yeah, you think he's done at 37?
I mean, he's got chronic knee injury. Yeah.
Now, Grumpy, I was going to ask this. So I know you like to make nicknames for certain players. Like I remember Anders Lee when he was here. He's Average Anders, right?
He's still here.
Or sorry. I was thinking of Croc Nelson, but yeah. So would Romanoff be really average Romanoff?
No, I don't have a nickname for him.
Okay, he's not good enough to get a nickname.
I just don't have any. I don't have a nickname for him. I've never had a nickname for him.
Okay.
Casper Holmstrom, Banjo Boy, whatever you want to call him, whatever, from Deliverance.
Jesus.
But that's what he looks like, right? Casper, because he was like a ghost out there. That's how you earn those nicknames. Average Anders. Why? Because he's an average player.
Well, that's what I was saying. You called Romanov average. That's why you
just
called really average Romanov.
He's an abomination. I'm never going to give the same type of nickname to a player. They have to earn their nicknames. I'll come up with some. He looks like a lemon head, but
lemon head.
Yeah, like remember those little lemon head candies?
Yes,
like
I remember.
The side of their heads are longer than the top. So maybe he's like that.
How do you even come up with these nicknames?
I don't know.
All right. Well, let's I'm going to stop sharing here for a minute. Let's get in some comments, Grumpy. All right.
I like it. Freedom Fun Adventure goes, oh my God, Son X remembered to hit the notification button. He is a virtuoso at pushing TJ and Grumpy's buttons, so surprised that it took him this long. Sure, fiance Y has her own complaints about X not being...
I think he said something about hitting buttons as well. Sorry, I didn't flag that one. Here it is. Able to hit her buttons. There we go.
Yeah, he's good at that. Yep. X is good people, though. Freedom Fun Adventure adds, saw the Schaefer signing. Very cool to have him bring in all the families who lost a parent. Also, Islanders doing a lot of other fun stuff. Get rid of Lou, and it's fun to be an Islanders fan again. Well, I like the stuff they're doing as an organization, and I think this kid's going to be great in the community. I hope he's going to be Cale Makar. I watch him, and I think Cale Makar, even though he's bigger than Makar. That's what I think when I see him. Well, let's see how fun it is to be an Islander fan when they hit the ice, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for that kid hard.
Yep. Very good story.
Veritas Invicta says he threw out a pitch, I think, at the Mets game.
Oh.
I had some video of it, but I did not see it, X. I wanted to send it to you. I just wanted to know if he was able to throw a strike or something anywhere near the plate.
Let me see if I can find it. All
yeah,
right.
Look it up. I'll run off some comments here while you're looking that up. Veritas Invicta says, I'm so glad he won't go to Bridgeport with Fredo still running that show while Rocky Thompson is the new coach. I also wanted to mention something else. PT Darsh also brought up that if Callum Ritchie outplays veterans, that he will make room for him. Well, isn't that Patrick Waugh's job? He's he picks who should be on the team. And again, Callum Ritchie, I don't see a spot for him right now. If they're truly moving, just pause that for a second. If they're truly moving Matthew Barzal back to center position, Callum Ritchie has no spot. I think the sweet spot for him is third line center. That's where JG Pajot is.
Which comment did you get up to? Sorry.
I haven't read this comment yet.
Okay.
I'm talking about Callum Ritchie.
Gotcha.
Which Darsh came out today and said that, he will make room for him on the roster if he plays well enough in the preseason. Okay, Great. I thought the sweet spot for him was third line center. That's where JG Pajot is going to be. I'd much rather have Pajot on an expiring deal, playing second line center, putting up bigger numbers, getting you more return come trade deadline time. That's what I want. That was optimal for me. It didn't work out. I don't know what the organization is thinking, but for my liking, I wanted more performance and more numbers from Pajot, which opens up the 3C spot for Callum Ritchie. Okay. Pajot should absolutely be moved to the deadline. Best case scenario for him, play him at Bridgeport, give him minutes in every situation, just like they should have done with Isaiah George last year. So this way, when you move Pajot, he's ready to semi-seamlessly step right in and contribute for the Islanders the last quarter of the season. That's what I want to see from Callum Ritchie. Let's take a look at Matthew Schaefer. He looks like he's wearing a little Mets jersey there.
That was got a Mets jersey. Schaefer on the back, 25.
Ex-baseball player. What do you think about his form as a pitcher right there? He looks small on the mound, doesn't he?
He does look kind of small. I'm going to predict that I've not seen this video, and I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I have not either.
I'm going to predict he throws a strike.
Wow, okay. He's got that, his back leg is bent.
I think he's probably positioned himself. He's not even in a stance yet. He's still squaring up.
I do want a breakdown of his pitching style after we see this throw, and what could he work on the next time he throws out a ceremonial first pitch.
All right, here I will put it in slow-mo. How about that, Grumpy?
Okay, half speed?
Half speed, yep.
Okay.
We'll put it in a half speed. You ready?
I want you to comment as it's happening. Being a former ball player yourself.
Here we go.
Man,
In the
look
ball.
at that.
He's got all the confidence and swagger. All right. He's going. All right. Takes a good step. Oh, gets that leg up.
Oh my God.
Oh no. He tried to aim it. He
He didn't throw it, right? X?
Threw a ball. Boo. I already hate him.
Okay, X, he didn't get that. He didn't get that extension, didn't get that arm all the way back.
And you can tell he just kind of pushed it.
He looked a
little afraid.
He looked a little nervous, right?
Absolutely did. I will say though, for a 17-year-old kid, I'd probably be pretty nervous up there on the mountain.
Okay, he looked a little nervous. You know what it tells me?
He will play back.
Back to juniors. I don't even give him
juniors.
Looked a little nervous.
Hold on. So you would go into the front office and say, "Yup, didn't throw a strike on his first pitch of the Mets game."
His stride was not good. Oh my gosh! Didn't bend the back. Didn't drive off. He knew it was bad too.
He did. I will say, not the worst first pitch I've ever seen.
Did you ever see Obama throw out a first pitch when he was president?
I don't remember who it was. Some girl was up there and it was the worst first pitch of all time.
Obama was worse. I think he hit somebody in the dugout. He's a lefty, and I don't know what the heck he was doing. I don't know if the ball slid off his hand. It was terrible.
I don't remember.
White Sox game, I believe. Terrible.
Oof.
Freedom Fund Adventure says, one item left for PT Darsh is the Islanders need fighters for the NHL and AHL. Must protect Schaefer, Shabanov, and the rest of the roster. X, no matter what Grumpy says, fighting is back big time. Sick of seeing the Isles run.
Yeah, I'm for bringing fights back. Okay. Bring fights back. Make it the good old days again.
Well, what you see is what you got. This is the Islanders roster going into next year. Period.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be very successful this year, but a positive note, get a better chance of the lottery next year. So.
I just want to say one thing. Shabanov signed, and they gave him really friendly term in that contract. Now he's like 5 foot. They list him at 5'8". You don't look no 5'8". Maybe on a good day he's 5'7", like 150 pounds.
Yeah.
154 pounds, whatever it is. He's tiny. And he's not really fast, but he's shifty. And I was talking with Phil, and I said, he's like, oh, well, they gave him, all these bonuses structured. And I'm like, honestly, if he earns all of those bonuses, that's a good thing for us.
Oh, yeah.
If you're getting the A scale bonus and the B scale, where you're like in rookie of the year contention, or
you're doing well,
that means that he's playing well and it's better for the team. I don't care about, we might have a little minus deficit on the cap going into next year. That's a good thing, because if that kid shows he can play at a high level and be a top 6 player,
it's good going forward.
Fantastic. That's what we need, right?
Yep. That's why I said about the defenseman too. If everything pans out, I don't even look at the Romanoff deal as being terrible. I mean, even though it is terrible, I wouldn't even worry about it.
X, are you getting excited for NHL season?
Yeah, I'm getting excited for all sports, but yeah, I'm very excited for the NHL season. I'm going to be locked in, Grumpy, locked in.
I like it, X.
I might have to get myself a little Sparky costume. Start wearing it. Wearing it around.
Sparky costume. How about just getting yourself an Islander jersey?
I will need to get an Islanders jersey, Grumpy. I will. I'm wearing.
Okay. Very nice. X gets all like those knockoff T-shirts from some Chinese.
No, it's from Dead Threads.
Whatever, Dead Threads. Veritas Invictus says, I have to imagine changes have been made under him. Lou obviously cut a deal to protect him, but yes, I hope you're correct. I don't know what that was in reference to.
I think it was
maybe it's Palmieri.
Possibly. It was probably something that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Earlier, but we've gone so far past those early comments. So
Freedom Fund Adventure says, new Bridgeport coach Rocky Thompson mentioned several times Bridgeport would no longer be punching bags. Okay. Let's hope. Let's see. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Freedom Fund Adventure also adds, Grumpy, did you and TJ finalize your new gym? We're all excited to see you turn back into the beast mode. Do you love having Liza living near you? Let me just, we have started going back to the gym, all of us.
That's right.
I like to go during the day when the two clowns are, it's just better for me.
Well,
I don't like going
for me to go during that time, Grumpy.
Yeah, they're working, but I don't like going like 9 o'clock at night. no, I don't like that. I have to admit, I don't like that. I like going earlier in the day. And am I excited to have Liza living near me? Absolutely. I try to see her as many days as possible. If I could see her every day, I would. Matter of fact, I saw her the last 2 days, even if it's only for an hour, 45 minutes.
Now, Grumpy, if you'd like, you can financially support me for the remainder of my life, and I would gladly go to the gym with you in the afternoon.
Do you mean kind of like I've done for the whole beginning of your life?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. So then there's no change. Perfect.
How is that pulled chicken that the warden made?
It was okay. I take back what I said. The warden's cooking, phenomenal. So good. I had that the last 2 days at work. Oh, it was delicious.
So how is it that you managed to get all the leftovers, X?
I don't know.
And what's your favorite saying now, X? What is it?
If it's free, it's for me.
If it's free, it's for me. That's X right there.
That's right.
Next comment, please. Gungun says, Son X, can you already feel the power of the Islanders organization? Are you in the midst of a crash course of hockey information?
I am in a crash course of hockey information, learning about the team. And yeah, I have high hopes for the team. I mean, I have realistic hopes, but at the same point in time, the fan in me has high hopes.
Okay.
I mean, I have a feeling the team's probably not going to perform well, but we can always believe, right? We can always believe in the best.
I'm interested who you're going to say are your favorites.
Probably whoever plays well in the first game.
There you go.
Scored a goal. Let's go. It's my new favorite.
There you go.
No, that's probably what's going to end up happening.
Okay.
Next comment here.
Robert D says putting a 17-year-old defenseman on the Islanders this year is going to screw up his confidence in his development. This is a really bad idea. 100% agree. 100%. I don't know how many games Darlene played in his rookie year with Buffalo. I don't think Power played his rookie year for them. Most guys, defensemen are different. And the guys who do play are like men. They're built. Did Ekblad play his rookie year for Florida? But he was a man already. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a mistake for a 17-year-old kid who's just physically not developed yet. That's all. And Veritas Invictus says he can go to Erie after 9 games. Yeah, but is he going to develop playing against 16, 17-year-olds? Yeah, there's some overagers there. I mean, if that's what you want, I don't know. I mean, I think college would have been a better route, but I don't mind him going back there and just let him just really light it up and then be ready to jump in next year after knowing what a 9-game taste is. And maybe that's best. Maybe that is good for him. He sees what he needs to work on when he gets those 9 games. I just don't want him being overwhelmed and getting run all over the ice or whatever, because he's physically not mature yet. And I hope we don't play Florida in the first 9 games.
No.
I don't want to see Florida or Carolina or Tampa. I don't want to see any good teams, any big physical teams. The same thing with Shabanov. Can you imagine Shabanov on a second line playing against Sam Bennett? Oh, my God. I think Florida would look at him and just say, oh, my gosh, let's go beat up the little brother out here. That's what it would look like. They might as well scratch him for that game. They'd kill him. Next comment, please, Mr. X. Veritas Invictus says, don't want to burn a year of the ELC. Absolutely not. Unless he just comes in and he's just so head and shoulders
better than everybody else.
Then, okay, I'm wrong. My way of thinking was wrong.
Please make Grumpy eat his words.
And
Please. I want you to do, if you are wrong, how about this? If you're wrong, you have to change your camera angle and get down on your hands and knees and say, I, Grumpy, am wrong. I, Grumpy, am wrong. How about that?
I'm able to admit when I'm wrong. I
no
no problem admitting
that, though.
Okay, same thing with Shabanov, right? If this guy earns all of his bonuses, that means he's playing great. If Schaefer comes in and he's so good that he's, a top 20 defenseman as a rookie, as an 18-year-old, then I'm glad I'm wrong. Again, selfishly, I want to send him back to let him develop. Also, I don't want the Islanders to be as good this year. I want, in a deep draft next year, I want to see them get as many kicks at the can as possible. One more year of loading up the farm system with good young talent. And then, because not everyone's going to pan out, but if the more kicks at the can you have, the more opportunities you have for guys to step up. Victor Eklund, right? He's 19 also. He was an older prospect. That extra year really benefited him. He's not going to play this year in the NHL. He's going back to Sweden, signed his ELC. I'm fine with that. You want all these guys coming up together. No more signing of veterans on this team, the long-term extensions. Anybody over 30, see you later. You ever see the movie Logan's Run, X? Did you ever see that?
That sounds super, super familiar.
It was, okay.
It sounds really familiar.
Michael York was in it. I think Farrah Fawcett was in it. It's where they lived in a utopian society, and they had this big ceremony when people turned 30 years old. They just killed them. They just killed them. Once you turn 30, obsolete, you got whacked.
They had the same thing at Midsummer. As soon as people turned 75 in that like Swedish community, they would like jump off of a cliff, and that's how they killed themselves. And if they didn't die from that, they would hit them in the head with a hammer. And
they always, everyone said, oh, well, when you turn 30, you just naturally die. And then they found out, no, they were whacked.
They were killing them. They were killing, killing them. Yeah, exactly.
Peter Ustinov was a guy. He was like in his 70s in the movie. It's like, oh my God, how are you still alive? I don't know. He probably would have been very popular with the women, though, if you think about it, because, he's a little bit older. Like, oh man, there's something about this guy, whatever it is. He's not like everybody else. A little something different. What do you think, X?
I think maybe.
Maybe? Okay.
Could be.
Robert D says Schaefer needs to be on the Kate Murray diet. Who's Kate Murray?
Shoot.
The name seems familiar.
Yes, it does.
Why don't you just pull her up? Kate Murray. I'm going to bet you. Is it?
And here, I'll pull this up real quick. This was in relation to the Darlene.
Okay. Darlene played all 82 NHL games during his rookie year. I was not aware of that. Okay. I don't know how he performed. I don't know. I don't know how old he was. Was he 18 and a half, close to 19? I don't know. He's very young. That's the one concern I have for Matthew Schaefer. He's very young and he's not physically developed yet.
I don't know if this is the same Kate Murray that I'm thinking about. Town clerk?
No, I don't know. Put up a picture.
Okay, here I'll share the thing with you. Give me a second.
There might be another Kate Murray. I don't know.
This is what I got.
She looks big.
Oh, maybe for putting on the weight. Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe that's it. See, but this is what X says. that Matthew Schaefer should look like Kate Murray coming in.
Oh, no.
That's what you said.
No, I said that he should put, I think he could put on 10 pounds. That's all.
Gungun says, will My Little Brownie, Ponyboy Curtis, and Tony Cheese soon make an Islanders Never Say Die comeback? Gungun has been trying his hardest to pick up the slack. I think a lot of them like picking on TJ. I think.
Yeah, they do like picking on TJ.
They do like picking on TJ.
Yeah. Hey, you can give me, honestly, come back, give me material to use on him. I don't mind it.
Oh, wow. Freedom Fund Adventure says, Grumpy, a kid that age can easily put on 10 pounds in that time frame. Oh, my God. He could put it on just in his legs if he wants. Just needs 1 to 1.5 grams of protein for every pound he wants to gain.
Get a little bit of whey protein, a little creatine monohydrate. Boom. Slap on that weight, baby.
Okay. We saw that picture of him at the Mets game. Did it look like he put any weight on? Does it look like
he's got 3 months? You said he's got 3 months.
Okay. August or September is when camp starts. You realize that's like a month away.
What time in September is it? Sorry. What day in September? Exactly.
September 15th. I don't know.
Okay, so you got about a month.
He's got like a month. He's not going to be put. Okay, I don't know what he weighs right now. He weighed 183 at the combine. He didn't look like he needs upper body weight. That's
Honestly,
what he
that
needs.
jersey is deceiving. He could be absolutely jacked under
Oh,
that.
okay. So he's
Same
jacked under the jersey. He couldn't even throw the ball. He could barely get the ball to home
He
plate.
was aiming it, Grumpy. He was
didn't have
aiming it.
He didn't have the arm strength to get there, and he's going to be able to fend off a Sam Bennett.
Honestly, he probably, you know what probably was? He probably is so strong underneath that jersey that he had to baby toss it because he was afraid he would have put a hole through the catcher's mitt.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be fun doing it.
Probably would have killed the catcher. Probably what would have happened.
It's going to be fun doing a show with you. I mean, did you see Barkov in the playoffs? He just grabbed it with his backhand. Guys trying to drive him in the board. He just steers away. It's going to be like swatting flies out there. That's all. I just want him
the broomstick.
I just want him to be physically mature enough and to sustain the rigors of the NHL. That's all.
He'll get there. He will get there.
Oh yeah, I know. Just not this year. Goon says, Grumpy, what kind of food is not safe when Son X visits the Grumpy Mansion? God. Who proved more crucial to Cheers, Shelley Long or Ted Danson? That's an easy one, of course. Son X, when he comes over here, it's like a horde of locusts come in. He just doesn't stop eating or drinking, using the plumbing. He brings his dog over.
Heaven forbid I go to the bathroom. You know what, honestly,
as soon as he comes in the house,
I think I'm just going to start going on the side of your house from now on.
As soon as he comes in the house, I got to go to the bathroom, but let me get something to eat and drink on my way up the stairs.
Shut up.
And the dog shits and pees all over the yard.
No, he does not. You even tell me to bring him to the other side.
That's what I tell him not to do it. But your dog is reckless.
No, he does not. Don't.
And who proved more crucial at Cheers? X, who do you think? Shelley Long or Ted Danson?
Ted Danson.
Okay. Do you know who Shelley Long was?
That was the love interest with the main guy.
When?
Can't remember her name. In the Cheers show.
When?
Like at the beginning.
At the beginning. Diane Chambers. And actually, even though I like Kirstie Alley as that type of character later on, I thought Shelley Long and Ted Danson had great character. She absolutely made a mistake leaving that show. It was dumb. It's like McLean Stevenson leaving MASH. Dumb. Career never recovered. He's dead now. I'm not saying it's because he left his contract early.
Oh, stop.
He's been dead for a long time. It's a mistake. It's always a mistake. Shelley Long, dead. I mean, I'm not saying it's because she left Cheers early, but what can I tell you? Veritas Invictus says no chance either Pellick or Pulak don't miss 20 games minimum. Right. They're always hurt. Injury prone. Freedom for the Venture says the Islanders had offers for Mayfield the past 3 trade deadlines, including first-round picks. Stupid Lou. I like that. Stupid Lou. I like that. Turn them down. Darsh won't. Mayfield might be the best partner for Schaefer the Islanders have, though. He absolutely is. Veritas Invictus says, I remember prior to the stupid Mayfield deal, Lou had 2 deadlines to unload him. Shake my head. True. Freedom for the Venture adds, Schaefer could play in Europe also. I don't see it happening. He's not going to Europe. He and the Islanders seem determined to keep him. I heard Martin, Barzell, Clutterbuck, and several former NHL defensemen say Schaefer is very capable of NHL now. Well, you know what? We don't know.
And I wonder if...
none of those guys do either. Honestly, can I tell you? They haven't seen him play.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I wonder if the Islanders organization is telling them to say those things, because we absolutely, and I know just in sports in general, they have certain players will come out, they'll have a certain player who is their favorite player, and then all of a sudden, magically, they'll go to another team, and then all of a sudden, their favorite player and their idol changes. Find that very, very funny, but it happens all the time in sports.
So you're saying company Cal Clutterbuck could be one of those guys?
I think all of them probably are. They're all probably told what to say, and they're told to say that, oh, yeah, our number 1 pick, yeah, he's definitely capable of playing. Yeah, fans, come out to the games. He's definitely capable of holding his own out there. Come out and see Schaefer.
Now, we saw company Cal. Now, he certainly has.
He's in the office.
And he's put a lot of man weight on there, if you remember.
Oh, yeah, he has. We know he's working in the office, too.
He's got they have grown man straight. He's like old man weight. He's got that on. Now, that's not the type of weight I want on Matt Schaefer, but I'd like to see him put a little bit of weight on.
He's out there printing "Come to the Schaefer Show" posters.
I will say the only guy who I would trust is the guy who's been training Matthew Schaefer, which is Mark Giordano.
And see what his opinion is on him. Yeah, he would know the best out of anyone.
Yeah. He would know better than anyone.
Yep.
I don't think, and I've seen him talk on him. I don't think he said he's ready to go into the league right now. I don't think I've heard him say that. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong.
And I hope
good problem to have.
I hope if like he gets asked the question, he doesn't come out and says yes solely, because he's told to. Because I don't know. To me, that would ruin his reputation. But
I want to see Gavin McKenna on this team next year. Now that I'm like, let's go. Then I'm like, let's go.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Grumpy.
Where's he going next? Tell me.
It's not going to happen. He's going to the Pens, bud.
He's going to the Penguins. There you go. Oh boy.
Yep. So these are the grades that they had, and thank you, Drew. Drew, here I'll pop his comment up. Yeah, he said, hold on 1 second.
Veritas and Victor real quick. He was shocked that Lamorola made the Nelson deal. He was forced to.
And this was Drew here. He just mentioned that he sent this, and then also Johnny Gaudreau got snubbed from being on the cover of NHL 26. Typical EA Sports L.
Johnny Gaudreau? Why would he be on there?
It's because he passed away. That's the reason why.
You want to know who the cover boy is?
I'm gonna say
I know who it is.
Connor McDavid.
No. Matt Tkachuk.
Wow, really? I did not know that.
Yep. Siplikov avoided salary arbitration. Okay, that's okay for a contract. Barzell, I mean, that's a good deal for them. So this is this how they're grading out the contracts?
This is how they're grading out the contracts, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so they're saying that I don't understand what the model is.
So they're saying Matt Barzal, based off of positive value percentage, is what they're grading it out as. Their positive value percentage and then total surplus off the contract. They give it a contract grade.
Oh, okay. So it seems like, and okay, you got Casper, Emil the Eel Henneman, a fourth liner. Jonathan Drouin, okay, big deal, 2 years. Siplikov, okay, I find that hard to believe. He's never seen an offensive zone penalty he didn't want to take. Does not have wheels. But I'm fine with 2.3 over 2 years. I'm fine with that. Then you're starting to see the negative value, which is everybody else. Oh, what do you know? All the guys I didn't want back with the team. What a shock. JG Pajot, Anthony the Quitter Duclair, Kyle F- Palmieri, Bo, what do you know? Horvat, below average, Anders Lee, Casey, I mean, he's been a freaking ghost. Cizikas and Pierre Engvall, again, 5 more years on that deal. Yikes, and away. And here we go. Let's look at the negative values on this one. Tony D'Angelo, yeah, he got paid nothing. No problem with that deal, right? Adam Pelech, we knew that deal wasn't going to pan out. Sure enough, hasn't. Captain injury. Alexander Romanov, ooh, that's a brand new signing, and all of a sudden, that's a 40% negative value. As soon as that was signed, I knew that was hideous. Scott Mayfield, another guy I'm saying.
It's not. So it's not a 40% negative value. It's the positive value is only 40%.
So it looks like
it's not a negative value. It's saying that the positive value is only 40%. So the Tony D'Angelo signing had a 95.5 positive value percent.
Yeah, that's a good contract.
Yes. So they're saying since it's under 50%, that's why it's in the red.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify that. That's all. All right, so who do we stop off with? Romanov, and then Scott Mayfield, we had 11.5%. That's not good. Ryan Pulak, 7.5. Even worse. And then we had, looks like here for goalies, we had David Ritchie, 50.8% positive value. That's good. Sorokin, which I'm kind of surprised with, they have that deal at 42.4% positive value. I don't know. He's a starting goalie. I would have thought that was better. And then Varlamov is at 27.7 positive value. Not good.
Okay, X. We just had someone call me up, an ex-member of the podcast, saying, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Me?
The model value is what the contract should be. The actual contract value is what it is. And the difference is what's the negative difference of the contract. That's what it is. So Barzell's contract at 10.8 is what the model shows it should be, 9.2. So it's a 1.6 addition on that. And so over the course of the 6 years, it should be $10 million. And that's why all the ones in red are just bad news. That much I can tell you. They're all bad news. All the guys that I knew were bad news. Every single one of them. Let's go to the defense. Yikes. Yikes on the defense. Isn't it a shock? The only goalie tender worth anything is the guy we just signed this offseason. And he's a backup. David Rittich.
Do you think that the Sorokin contract is bad, though? Would you consider it bad?
No.
Okay.
No. Just whatever their model is, though. Look at Varlamov's value.
Yeah.
0.8, 800,000. He's getting 2.8 million. Yikes. And I think they're also figuring out over the course of however many years
the contract is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's hit some more comments real quick. Thomas Antone says, good evening, gents. Do you see the Islanders making a move big or small before the season opener? Or do you feel this is the team for now that we go to war with? Absolutely. This is the team that we're going to war with.
This is it.
The only thing I'm still kind of astounded that they're bringing Anthony Duclair back when he quit on the team. I just don't understand that.
Do you think that speaks volumes of the organization?
I don't understand it. He quit on the team last year.
That's my point. Do you think that speaks volumes of the organization?
I mean, I don't know what. I don't know. I mean, Patrick Waugh ripped him in the press and he just quit, walked out. I can't handle it. Whatever. Like I said, there was a reason he's on 9 teams in 11 years. You know why now? He's a quitter. Stefan Rosner adds, PT Darsh on Matthew Barzell's style of play. We want to play that up-tempo style. Matthew's an elite player, skater. We want to unleash those kind of guys a bit. Okay, that's great. You don't have many guys like that on your team, though. That's the issue. Yeah, it'd be great to play up-tempo hockey, but how many guys you really have who can be up-tempo guys? Pull up the lineup. We can go right through that.
We got a lot of players we just signed that could be up-tempo guys, though.
Yeah, okay. Is Anders Lee an up-tempo guy? No. Is Casey Cizikas at this stage of his career? No.
I've learned whenever you do this just to continue to shake my head.
Nope. Is Bo Horvat?
No.
Is Jonathan Drouin?
No.
I don't know. Is Emil the Eel? He's the fourth liner. It doesn't even matter.
I think our draft picks are, though.
Yes, I absolutely. But they're not there yet.
No, obviously not. But I'm saying it's good for the future. I think it's good for the future.
Freedom Fund Adventure says, Son X, make sure to allow your father to make. No, he says, don't allow your father
in capitals. Don't
to make you look stupid. Do your own research on Romanov. He's not covered around the NHL. Sorokin wanted him on the Islanders after playing together in Russia. What the hell does that mean?
I'm just saying, I will say, Grumpy, I'm just saying based on the plus minus, and I know the plus minus does not determine everything. He was substantially better than, what's his face? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Drawing a blank.
Yeah. No. You'll see. You'll see. If you're in love with the body checks and, flopping down and trying to block a shot, okay. But you're going to say, hey.
Noah Dobson. That was it. Noah Dobson. I couldn't remember.
Are we playing? How come it seems like we have no defensemen out here? Did they take a siesta? They eating a hot dog? Oh, no. It's Romanov and D'Angelo out there.
You want to know what's going to be happening? Whoa, Romanov just cleared 2 guys out with 1 check. Whoa.
Unfortunately, there were 2 of his own guys. Goal. Veritas Invictus says Romanov is still young, and I like the other big-heading D-man they drafted. Aitchison was the replacement for Romanov. But what did they do? They signed Romanov to that monster extension that he did not deserve.
I don't think that they were expecting to get Aitchison. That's all. I don't think they were expecting to get him. Glad they did. I don't think that they were expecting. You cannot sit there and tell me that they were like, oh yeah, we knew we were getting Aitchison all along. You can't sit there and say that. You can't.
Okay, they got a discount on Aitchison, but the whole thing is you did not have to give him an 8-year extension. You drafted guys last year. Pulkkinen
that role
is a big guy who fills that role on the left side. They have guys like that in the system. You can always draft guys. You did not have to give him an 8-year extension. What's wrong with the 4-year deal or
no,
5-year deal?
I will agree. I think the term of the deal, like the length of it, way too long. Way too long. Unless you're a guy who's, top of the line in the league, that's the only time I would ever give somebody like that an 8-year deal.
That's it.
Unless you're like one of the top performers in the league.
Frank from Empire State says Romanoff blows. He says he's good, but he's not. You say these things, Nemo, but you just can't. You think you could do these things, Romanoff, but you just can't. Thomas Antonetti says, since Schaefer is starting the season with the big team, who do you feel his defensive partner should be and why? It's going to be Mayfield. Steady. And Mayfield's always played his best when he's played with a puck-moving defenseman. That's when Mayfield's at his best.
So do we think Mayfield's numbers could increase this year and he could be moved to the trade deadline?
I don't think again, he's got 5 years left on his deal?
But you don't think anybody would take that up?
He's 32 years old. How many guys are trading with 5 years of a defenseman who's a bottom pairing guy?
I'm just saying, if his numbers are really good, you don't think that anybody.
His numbers aren't going to be good. He's going to play the defense. He's going to play when Schaefer is skating up ice trying to create offense. Mayfield's going to be laying back. That's what he's going to do. He's going to be the rock back, and that's the way it should be. You got a puck mover and a solid veteran defensive defenseman. No problem with that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you don't think playoff time somebody would, maybe trade a draft pick for him.
Okay. He's got 5 years left on his deal. It's 5 years. He's 32. I just don't think you can probably get rid of him. You might have to eat some salary. But again, the salary cap's going up. I mean, anything's possible, but you didn't need to sign him to a 7-year extension.
I think the length of the deals are just not great.
Right.
I don't think the money's the issue, but I think it's just the length of the deals. They're just too long, which kind of handcuffs you for trading players. I agree with that.
Veritas Invicta says, I like him, Romy. At least he stays healthy. He missed 18 games last year. Matthew Carbone says, wish he went to college for a year. I'm with you, Matt.
Yep.
100%. Frank from Empire State says 9 games and he's gone. He's a small kid. Then why bring him up when he could have played in college? Maybe he just didn't want to go to college. Maybe he's not a great student. Because you still have to, go to class and everything like that. Maybe he just wasn't interested.
So I guess let me ask this question. Is it so does every team when you draft somebody have to provide that contract?
No, you don't have to sign the ELC. I think you have 2 years that you're still part of it. Your rights go.
So they could have had 2 years where they didn't have to actually give him that contract option.
Correct.
But could he have left at any time if he didn't?
No.
Oh, so he'd still be under team control then?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then that's dumb. I would have waited.
I
would have waited the 2 years to give him the contract, or waited a year to give him the contract.
But if you play in juniors, your ELC does not kick in until you start as a pro.
So what they're hoping is So now if he starts the 9 games, would his ELC kick in if he plays those first 9 games?
Okay. Isaiah George. Last year, he's burned. Last year was his first year he burned on his ELC. He was 20. So the first 2 years when he was still in juniors, he did not get paid. And, I don't know what they do with juniors. I don't know. But he was not getting paid by the Islanders. So his ELC did not kick in until last year when he went to Bridgeport.
Okay.
Next comment, please. JP says, are they really going to try to start Schaefer at the National League level next year? I hope not. Yeah, we all hope not. But I think they want it. They want to force it. Veritas Invicta says, Holmstrom should improve this year. Hopefully. I don't know what his role is going to be. Is he going to be second line guy? Is he going to be third line guy? Optimally, you'd like to see him maybe advance to the second line. I thought he took a big jump last year, just in the fact that he was not afraid to go into corners and not afraid to get in front of the net, which he had been in his previous couple of years. Patrick Waugh got through to him. And kudos to the kid for taking to that style of coaching. Same thing with Pierre Engvall, another whipping boy of mine. It's not who he is, but if he wants to play, he has to do that. And there were times when he did that. As soon as he slacked off, he went back to the bench, missed a couple of games or sat a couple of games, and then all of a sudden they come back and he's able to play that style again. That's all you can hope for. Freedom Fund Adventure goes, good pushing back on the BS your dad is trying to mislead you with. TJ and Grumpy are the only guys who think that about Romanoff. Rest of the NHL commentators, the Islanders prefer Romanoff to Dobson. That's just horse shit.
I'm just saying, based on the stats, the stats speak otherwise from what you're saying. That's all I'm saying. Because here's my thing. If you were consistently saying that Romanoff is the issue, they give up goals whenever they're both out there on the ice all the time, well, then why would they not have the same plus minus?
I think what's really happened was Romanoff was too busy ducking off the ice and let Noah Dobson back there all by himself is probably what happened.
So you think he was coming off for line changes a little early and was leaving him out there?
That's right. He's like, oh, man, it's a 3-on-1 back there. I better duck off. I don't want to get a minus. Let Noah get that.
You're crazy.
And they didn't invest in Noah. Noah Dobson didn't want to be here anymore.
Oh,
that's what it came down. Didn't want to be there anymore. Yep.
Yeah, and honestly, better to move. And we've said this before. Better to move on from somebody that doesn't want to be there. If he's not going to be part of your long-term plan, and especially a team like this that needs to be looking towards a long-term plan, get rid of them, get assets, and then get good draft picks, which is exactly what they did. So kudos to Darsh.
Absolutely, and that's what I said. I said that for the last 2 years. If he does the same thing they should have done with Tavares, same thing they should have done with all these other guys. If you don't want to go into that last year where we have to sign this guy or lose him, you never want that happening. You move him. And if he didn't want to sign a long-term extension, we said it for the last couple of years in that final season, you must move him. As much as I liked him, had to be moved.
As soon as Tavares you should have given him an ultimatum and said you have till this date to sign. If you don't sign by this date, we are trading you because you don't want to be here.
Very true.
You can say you want to be here all you want. Put pen to paper and show me.
That's right. I want to wait. I don't want to be traded deadline. Yeah, I don't care.
Show me. Show me then. Put pen to paper. Show me.
Drew says, hello, guys. Since we're in the dead zone of the offseason, I'm just here to sit and relax. Good for you, Drew. Freedom Front Adventure says, I love Sorokin and Barzy, but Dobson was soft, had poor gap. He had poor gap control because that piece of shit partner he's with. Hockey sense, wrong again. Had so many. Oh my God, I can't even read. Just nonsense. Just nonsense. I've given up on that comment. Just nonsense.
Oh my God.
You watch him light it up in Montreal. You watch, light it up. Maga says D-men are so hard to break in the league. Look at Nemec with the Devils, number 2 overall in 2022, still struggling. Yeah, it's tough. Playing defense is tough.
Well, especially the way that the league is now. It's a lot more difficult. You breathe on somebody hard, it's a penalty.
Ed K says, there has been talk that George can switch to the right side. If so, then there's no conflict with Romanoff. Okay, but you have Kulak, D'Angelo, and Mayfield.
But you're hoping to move Pulak, right, at the trade deadline?
He's another guy who's got, I think he's got 4 years left on his deal, 4 or 5 years left on 4 years left on his deal, right? Pulak?
Give me a second. Pulak has 4 years left on his deal at 6.15.
You can't get rid of everybody at one time. I mean, you can wait on Pulak. You can't, but they're your top defense pairing. I don't think they're moving either one of them. I hope that Isaiah George shows enough where the front office questions, this kid is really improved. He's solid defensively because that's the big one. If you're moving a solid defensive defenseman, you better be able to have somebody who can actually fill in and play defense.
Yep.
It's not Isaiah George's strong point. It's not. It's puck mover. Frank from Empire State says, Grumpy, you're so wrong. Romanoff is not a bottom D-man. Well, he is. He is. And guess what? If Isaiah George plays better, he will be the bottom pairing guy because Schaefer will pass him. If it's not, it won't be this year, but next year, absolutely. He's going to be your first pairing defenseman next year if he plays up to his capabilities. Frank from Empire State says Palmieri was a lewd deal. Well, he didn't have to sign it. He didn't sign it. New guy comes in. Yep, that deal's off the table. That's all he had to say. Deal's off the table. Drew says, all I know is Darsh had an interview with somebody today, and I heard that Ra will be making lineup decisions. Makes me wonder if Lou just made the lineups and Wa was a puppet for Lou. I don't know. I mean, Wa should
Wouldn't
be
that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting?
I think that Lou worked with Patrick Wa to a certain extent, like Anthony Duclair. That was a Wa signing. A lot of francophones now in that Islander front office. A lot of French Canadian guys. Wa should be making the lineup decisions. He's the coach. He sees them every day.
Exactly. Absolutely. That's why you have him. Otherwise, just make your GM the coach if he's going to go ahead and decide the lineup.
Freedom Fund Adventure says, Son X, what other things has Grumpy misled you on in life?
Telling me that it's bad for me to come over and eat out of his ice box of wealth and then his chalice of drinks. He's led me on a lot.
You don't fill up the drinks. What was that thing? Terry Tate, office linebacker.
He says,
"Kill the Joe, you make some mo."
That's right. You kill the Joe, you make some mo.
You do that when you suck down all those waters. The fact that the warden
gets you. Hold on. How many waters do you realistically think that I drink when I'm over there?
Probably not as many now, since the warden gets you your Gatorade, your Mountain Dews, all this other stuff. All the shit that's in that refrigerator, it's not anything that you your drink.
The Mountain Dew is not just for me; it's for another ex-member that used to be on the show. All right.
Yeah. But you don't hesitate to be slob of their nose, and you take. Oh, I'm going to take another couple with me.
Do you drink those, Grumpy?
No, I don't. All I drink is water. That's
good. So that means that they're there for me.
That's why we shouldn't even have them there. I say, stop spending money on that.
Why shouldn't you
waste your money on that?
Wasting money, but it's going to a good
BYOB. Bring your own beverage.
It's going to a good cause. It's going to me.
Wrong. Okay. Next. Brandon Gaines says Mayfield's deal is fine since the AAV is only 3.5, with the cap projected to go up potentially $20 million over the course of the new CBA. It's a non-factor. Pulak is going to be the odd man out after next offseason. Same with Pellick, since you've extended Romanoff and signed Schaefer. We'll see. That's all I'll say. We'll see. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe it's not. You have to find other teams to take these guys. They don't want to take term. Teams don't want to take term. And they're all in their 30s. There's less appeal. So you get less value back. You just do. There's reasons why guys who are on expiring deals get the most of the deadline. You don't have to commit to them long term when they're older players. JP says, yep, Farley's done. A lot of the folks here talking about their backup for viewing the New York Islanders. Although I think Bettman's Ponzi scheme league, Dallas and Florida making the 26 finals, I'll watch Montreal. Yeah, you can watch Noah Dobson. He's been great. He's going to be great for them this year. I'm going to laugh my ass off. Hope he scores a hat trick, and I hope it's against Romanoff.
God, you're so bad.
Freedom Fund Adventure goes, Grumpy and X. How about a good TJ story? Maybe something embarrassing.
Grumpy, I'll let you go on this one, then I'll think of one. I'm starting some comments right now. So.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing any negative TJ stories today.
No negative TJ stories today?
Nope.
I can't think of. I mean, I was going to say I'm doing the comments. So I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. So if you had one, I would maybe be able to think of one at a time, but I don't have one off the top of my head.
Frank from Empire State says, LOL, Grumpy Old Man, Banjo Boy. Yeah, Banjo Boy. Bada bang, 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 bang. Bada bang, bang, bang.
That's wrong. It's bada bang, 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 bang.
Bada bang, 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 bang. Bow, 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 bow. Bang, 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 bang. Drew says Schaefer still did way better than 50 Cent and Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Do you know who Baba Booey is?
Baba Booey.
Do you even know what it's from?
No.
Howard Stern show. Gary Delabate.
Gary Delabate.
He's an Islander fan, by the way. Freedom Fund Adventure says, Grumpy, you are getting seriously dramatic. Romanoff even has years in his contract. He can be traded. Romanoff has a ton of value and is a good, number 12 defenseman? I don't know. He sucks. You're not. I watched him for how many years? Terrible. Montreal got a steal in that deal. Even if they would have just got a puck bag. Good enough. Drew says, TJ told me you're not locked in.
I'm locked in.
I heard that TJ trying to remind you on what to say is like pulling teeth.
No, he doesn't have to remind me on anything to say. I'm better than him.
Oh, I like it. I like the
I'm
confidence.
the greatest there ever was.
The best there is.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
The best there is. The best there was. The best there is. The best there was. The best there ever will be. You know who said that?
Muhammad Ali.
No, it was Bret Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, okay, Bret Hart.
But who was the best there ever will be?
Oh, out of wrestlers?
Yeah.
I know who you're going to say.
Who is it?
Mine is different from what you're going to say.
Who was the best ever been?
You're going to say Hulk Hogan.
Oh, Hulk Hogan is the best there's ever been.
See, like for me, off of personally watching, right? Off of what I grew up watching, it would have been The Rock for me.
5 years. He wrestled for 5 years.
I know, but that during that those 5 years, that's who I grew up watching. So that's why he was my favorite.
Again, that's the problem with millennials. Well, anything that happened before does not exist. Doesn't exist.
I'm just saying.
Freedom Fundamental says, CX, all the years your dad called Brock a slanderous name. He was a very good player. You notice that he got a very high return when traded. His name was Croc.
Croc Nelson. That's I remember.
And here's the thing. He was the one player, I've said it here 100 times, who he improved the most under Barry Trotz. Absolutely did. Thomas Amato says, appreciate you, fellas. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
Drew says, yep, I'm with you. Let's hope Grumpy is wrong.
Yeah, let's hope Grump's wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. If I'm negative on somebody, I hope I am wrong. Frank from Empire State says, Schaefer better be eating steaks and pumping iron. But here's the thing. As people on this show know, I'm very rarely incorrect. Thomas Amato says, let's table another season and focus on growing Schaefer, not chasing a quick playoff exit. 100% agree. We need ice time and development, not desperation. Again, very well spoken. Stop patching holes and start building something real. 100%. The future's worth more than a wild card spot. We need as many kicks at the can. Thomas Amato, that was a brilliantly put together comment. He's 100% correct. Let's not think further than the end of your nose, folks. Let's look into the future. It's not about today. It's not about tomorrow. It's about next year and beyond. Thomas Amato adds, Schaefer, the kid's got more potential than a Matt Barzell breakaway. We can't keep icing the same old script and expecting a different playoff ending. Yeah, we're a long ways away from being good. Not beating Carolina. Just not happening. Carolina got much better this offseason. And whenever I think they make a mistake, they will turn out doing something better. Again, I'm going to question the goaltending for Carolina. Freddie Anderson and Peter Kochetkov. I don't know. It hasn't been good enough. Why not go after John Gibson? I don't know. He's pretty good. Would have been pretty good with that Carolina defense back there. I just don't understand why they don't get a better goaltender. It's going to be their undoing, I'm afraid. They just know they kind of know what they're doing, though. They have plenty of cap space, too, more than we do. Frank from Empire State says, I keep checking, but no show last Wednesday. Yeah, there was no show last Wednesday.
Yep.
X couldn't do it. I don't know what his problem was.
I had something I was doing. Sorry.
Freedom Funderhead says, I agree with Grumpy. Logically, best would have been for Schaefer playing the NCAA than the Islanders drafting as high as possible. Yeah, that's what you want to be doing. Thomas Mato says, X, toss my comments up. I'm watching you and Grump while I'm still pumping some iron in my basement. Nothing like a sweaty dude watching two other dudes talk hockey. It's the simple things. Yes.
There we go. It made it up.
Freedom Fund Adventure goes, Grumpy, very proud of you returning to the gym. Have you and the warden ever attended the Catalina wine mixer? No. We do not drink in this house.
It's the Catalina wine mixer. Do you know what that's from, Grumpy?
I do not. What is it from, X?
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Okay. Nope. Never happened. Thomas Amato adds, Duclair is up-tempo, and that's why they're letting him come back, and Engvall is too. Okay, let's hope it pans out because he was bad last year and he quit on the team. That's a problem for me. Nick D says, hello, Nick. Grumps on X, how you guys doing tonight? So apparently Phil thinks the Islanders will be in first place because of the rest of the Metro sucks. I saw Phil text. He tweeted something today. I didn't read it, but I knew it had to be nonsense. And yes, So it is. I guess he just disregards Washington and Carolina. I mean, Carolina looks at the schedule. They circled the Islanders. Look, there's 8 points for us next year. Nick D says, Grump, you're right. Romanoff does suck. He does. Freedom Fund Adventure says, McKenna would be amazing, but I'd be delighted with right defenseman Keaton Verhoff, a big 6'4", physical, great skating, offense, 6'5", left wing. I think his name is Cal Belich, and 6'4" center Rohrbach. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I want to get the McKenna kid because he's, supposedly generational or close to it. But those other guys work too.
But he'll be at Pittsburgh. So.
No, we keep.
You know what I'm going to say is I cannot wait for that to happen, and then me to just be like, I called it a year ago. That's all I'm going to say.
It's funny. I just had a premonition, and I kind of have those premonitions sometimes.
As soon as Crosby's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving," we know it's up. We know it's all a show. It's all a show.
You're the king of conspiracy theory.
I absolutely am. I think all sports are fixed.
So, how the Kansas City Chiefs going to do this year, X?
Well, they'll probably have the arc of Mahomes comeback. That's probably what it's going to be. Okay. Can he do it again? It'll probably be the Eagles and the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl. Can Mahomes overcome? That'll be probably what they sell. That's what they'll be pumping down your throats.
Okay, we'll find out.
It's all a song and dance.
Freedom Fund Adventure says problem with trading Mayfield is he has a no trade clause.
Okay,
but Darsh was expert at getting guys to waive those in Tampa. Darsh did nothing in Tampa. Believe me when I tell you that he did nothing in Tampa. We have that on good authority. He did nothing in Tampa. Nothing. That was part of the Darsh role. Contracts negotiate. No, he did nothing in Tampa. Absolutely nothing. So what did they do? They threatened them. It's when they threatened guys with releases, not trades, releases. That's how they got rid of McDonough. Well, we're going to put you on waivers, and San Jose is going to pick you up. So you can either take a trade to Nashville, or that's that. And he took it. He had nothing to do. That was Brisebois. Freedom Front Adventure says TJ the Tyrant got a call in when it's not even a call-in show tonight, and tell everyone that you don't know what you're doing. Misha, you big dumb bastard. Oh, Frank is angry. He says, Grumpy old man, you're like Lou in some ways. You forget how Dobson embarrassed our team with his turnover to the Rangers to lose the game? Because I didn't. Dobson sucks balls. Very angry. Freedom Fund goes, Emil the Eel is definitely an up-tempo guy. He's a fourth liner. He's a fourth liner. By definition, you have to be.
I was going to say, if you're a fourth line guy, you have to be Charlie Hustle, right?
Absolutely.
They got to be.
JP says there's a lot of folks here who are going to see just how good Dobson can be this coming season. Absolutely. You just watch. JP says put Dobson with Goulet or Matheson and watch the F out. Absolutely. Somebody who's solid on the back end. He's going to put up points this year. And everyone's going to go, oh, this is what you're going to hear. Well, he never did that for us. He didn't care about the Islanders. That's why he didn't do it. No, because he has a good partner. It's about scheme. He would have been great if he went to Colorado, or a team like that, or Florida, or Tampa. Good teams with good defense partners. Frank from Empire State says, I was a big Dobson guy, but his D was horrible. But so was the whole team, starting with Mayfield, Pulak, and Pelech. And really all of them, which hurts Romanoff and Dobson. Can't just blame them. Okay, I can't do that again. I already talked about it. Everyone knows my point of view on that. Okay. Freedom Fund Ranch says, Sunex, what Isles deserve will you get? Blue or jersey will you get?
Jersey.
Blue or white? What number? Your dad might you that new computer you're angling for if you don't buy number 28.
Oh, he said he might get you that new computer you're angling for if you don't buy number 28. I don't know. I'd probably get a white jersey. I don't know why. I always like white better than I've always liked the white better than the blue, personally myself. Or I would maybe look at getting the throwback fisherman one. I do like that one a lot. And then
you could have my old throwback fisherman one.
Your throwback fisherman one?
Yeah,
Honestly,
actually, the original fisherman.
I maybe have to get maybe just wait a couple years to get or no.
I'm surprised you haven't
I was
actually.
gonna say maybe get a Schaefer jersey.
Oh well, yeah, maybe so. I'm surprised you haven't actually taken my my fisherman jersey. I'm surprised you didn't sneak up there and take it.
No,
that's an X move.
I can't consume the fisherman jersey.
You just slither it out of the house like a
yeah.
snake.
I would think maybe a little fisherman jersey, white Schaefer jersey.
Maybe
it would stink if I got a stain on it though.
Oh, it would be terrible.
But it adds character to the jersey. So
Freedom Fun Adventure goes, Romanov sucks, blows, and swallows. He's got SBS disease. Matthew Sklarov says, Howard Stern show soon to be nowhere. Yes, Sirius XM is not picking up his contract. I mean, it's about time. He's finished anyway, right? He's turned into a wokey. He's finished. Done. Been done for a while. He's in his 70s. Finished. See you later. JP says, Hulk Hogan's actual ring work, at least in the U.S., he worked differently in Japan, was the shits. Okay. I can't even believe I have to address this. He did what he needed to do it worked for him. In Japan, even when he was older, he could do all the moves. He didn't have to do that in the United States.
His moveset wasn't anything crazy.
It didn't have to be in the United States. In Japan, you have to do moves. That's what they expect in Japan. Here, he did not have to do that. All he had to do was cup the ear, 3 punches, bounce him off the rope, a big boot, and the leg drop. 1, 2, 3.
And one of these was right here, hulking up.
That's right. Shake the finger. And the crowd blew out of their seats. He didn't have to do anything else. Didn't have to. And still, all those years landing on those hips. I mean, he was really damaged goods at the end. He was really, really banged up. JP says, I believe the real greatest of all time, if you look at total work, is either Terry Funk or Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat was great. Terry Funk was good too. He's mostly from the mid 70s, and he wrestled into the late 80s. He was always around, but as a serious guy, I think his last big run was against Ric Flair in WCW back in, 87, 88, something like that. JP said, if Snuka wasn't a total cokehead and murderer, I'd have put him in there as well. It's funny, they never gave Jimmy Snuka.
But he was a murderer?
Well, he had a girlfriend. Supposedly she fell, she banged her head, she died. They put him on trial when he was like in his 70s, a dementia. And I don't know if he was convicted or not, but he didn't go to jail and he died like 6 months after that. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anyone really knows what happened, because when you put somebody on murder 30 years after the fact, there's no evidence.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all he said, she said kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I don't know how you can say without reasonable doubt at that point in time. But Jimmy Snuka was so over when he turned good guy back in 1982, 83. He was tremendous, but he couldn't be depended upon. I mean, they were maybe going to give him a shot at running with the title, but he was undependable. You can't have somebody like that as your champion. My Little Brownie says, speaking of wrestling, Grump, no, you hate women's sports. Did you ever watch Glow? I don't hate women's sports. He
only likes specific ones.
That's right. Only specific ones. It's only because, like beach volleyball, I think the women beach volleyball are the best. I love watching them. Gymnastics, swimming. I mean, but basketball, nope. Softball, softball's okay. I don't mind. Men don't play softball. But, if I want to see something really good, like soccer, no way. Can't watch it. Horrible. It's like watching toddlers out there compared to the men's game. Can't do it.
I will say they have a distinct disadvantage, at least defensively, with goaltending, because you think about it, the women are the goaltenders are not very big, whereas in like professional soccer, or not professional, both are professional, but in the men's league, right, the goaltenders are like on average like 6'4", 6'5". The women are like 5'8" is a huge one. It's a huge goaltender. And the goals are the same size, so it's not fair in the women's game.
men overall are more athletic than women.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, tennis. I can watch women's tennis, but I find women's tennis more exciting to watch as opposed to men's, because everything the men's just power game, where there's no touch game anymore in the men's game since Federer's gone. Djokovic a little bit, but he's on the tail end. But, the women's game is a lot of touch. I mean, it's more enjoyable to watch, more skill. Frank from Empire State. But I did watch Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I absolutely did. It was fun. It was fun.
I thought it was good. Yep.
Yeah. And I think, what the heck was the name of the show? It's on Netflix with Allison Brie. Was that called Glow also?
It was
a wrestling show.
Well,
it was good.
That's the same one you're talking about. Glow is the one that was on Netflix.
Oh, okay. But there was Glow, which was actual women's wrestling organization.
That was on Netflix.
Okay. So it was Glow also. Okay. From the 1980s.
Yes.
And they had like the farmer's daughter and, all those. I think a lot of those characters in that thing were based off of.
Probably.
Yeah.
Here, let's just get to the next comment.
Okay. Frank from Empire State says, LOL, Freedom. Grumpy didn't know. Grumpy, please watch Step Brothers movie with Will Ferrell. You'll love it. I seen Step Brothers. I didn't like it.
It's good.
I don't like Will Ferrell. I like him in small doses, but not except for, he was good in Elf in a starring role. What else? What else did he do as a star? He was good at,
he's kind of been like a co-star. He really hasn't had anything. I mean, what was it? The basketball movie.
Semi-Pro.
Yeah, Talladega Nights. He was good.
Talladega Nights was good.
Main character,
and he also starred with John C. Reilly in that one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's been more of like especially, and I feel it's kind of tough for comedies. Like I feel like there's not really just one star that's in there. It's co-star.
Like, yeah, I like him better in small doses.
Yeah, or with somebody else. He's really usually good when he's with somebody else.
Yeah, I agree.
Next comment, Grumpy.
Freedom Front Adventure says, Son X, Lou hired all the assistant coaches but one. He wouldn't get the type of players asked for. Re-signed guys Wah didn't want. I think much of Wah's frustrations that he vented had to do with Lou. I just think they were two strong personalities. It was never going to work out. Mm-hmm. Frank adds, I wasn't yelling. I sometimes type in caps because my vision isn't staying young like my hair is. LOL.
Whoa.
Okay. I mean, that was a violent
shots. I think you got caught in the crossfires there, Grumpy.
Aaron Glandon says, fantasy football and hockey are going to be epic this year. I'm so excited about the new players in both leagues this season. Yes, we are going to have an Islanders Never Say Die Football League and NHL also. That's absolutely going to happen. But there's going to be changes to that Islanders League in the hockey league. That's for certain. Thomas Amato said, I learned over the years of listening to this podcast that Grump knows exactly what he's talking about. I'm usually right. Not always, not 100%, but I want to say like 99.8%.
Man, look at that humble Grumpy right there. Look
there
at
you
that
go.
humble Grumpy.
Thomas Amato says, Grump really would make a great GM, not joking either. Yeah, why not? What the heck?
All right, Grumpy. Then we got one more comment to end it off with.
My little brownie says, Grump, any plans to head up to Long Island for the All-Star festivities? I don't think they're going to have an All-Star game this year.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Is they
it's
were
like
not
a see you later party. Hey, everybody. Hey, have fun getting on the plane.
Yeah,
probably not. What? That's in February? Probably not.
All right, Grumpy. Anything you want to say before we end the show?
I just want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't. From Son X and the Grumpy Old Man.
All right. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and listening as always. Thank you for interacting in the comments and coming out and listening. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks, Grump.